All right, hello everybody, Russell Carr here. All right, so in case you're not aware, OSHA is dropping a brand new, really important, potentially devastating enforcement policy tomorrow as of the date of this recording, which is Monday, March 27th. So this new enforcement policy is called Instance by Instance Citation Policy. So in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about it, how to prepare for that possibility, and then I'm going to give you an offer for a free guide that's going to help you get prepared. But before getting into that, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so that you're notified every time that I upload new content, which will be 1 to 2 times per month, talking about everything you need to know about the environmental, health, and safety regulations that impact small manufacturers. Okay, so before getting into the actual policy, let me share a really important statistic that you want to be aware of. So in our experience, the average inspection of a small manufacturer is going to result in anywhere between 5 and 10 what are called serious violations. So that equates to a total fine anywhere between $40,000 and $90,000 per inspection, which is obviously significant, especially for a typical small manufacturing companies. But with this new policy, that average fine is going to jump dramatically. Let me explain why that is by diving into the policy here. So again, it's called Instance by Instance Citation Policy. So what does that mean? All right, so before this policy, in the past, so let's give an example of a machine guarding violation. So let's see, say an inspector goes in, they find 5 different machine guarding violations. So what they do in the past is they combine or bundle all those violations under one single serious machine guarding violation. So company has 5 different violations, they get 1 citation for a total maximum fine of $15,000. But with the new instance by instance policy, now they're able to issue 5 different citations and 5 different fines for every instance of that violation. So now instead of a maximum of $15,000, now the total fine is going to be $75,000, which is obviously a significant increase and could be devastating for a company. Again, this is just one example. Now, the other thing they can do is they can issue an instance by instance citation for each employee who's exposed. So let's use a machine guarding violation again as an example. So let's say you have a saw without a guard on it, but you have 5 different employees who are assigned to use that saw. Now, instead of 1 violation for a machine guarding issue, now you have 5 different citations for each employee who's been exposed. So again, in this scenario, rather than 1 citation for a maximum of $15,000, again, you're looking at a $75,000 fine. Now, again, that depends on how many employees you have. If you have less, it can be less, but if you have more, it can be more. But the point is, this is going to dramatically increase, the number of citations and the total fines that companies who aren't prepared are going to face. A couple other things that you need to be aware of. Number one, it's not going to be mandatory for inspectors to issue these instance by instance citations. Pardon me. It's going to depend on the circumstances, and they're really going to be targeting companies who have failed inspections before, who have had willful violations before, and companies who haven't properly reported serious injuries and fatalities in the past. The other thing that's important to understand is they're really going to focus on really what they call high gravity violations. So in manufacturing, that's going to be things like lockout, tagout, again, machine guarding, confined spaces, that kind of thing. Those kind of hazards that really pose the greatest risk to your employees are what they're really going to be going after. So if you're concerned about this, you're not sure what to do about it, if you think you have a safety program or you don't have a safety program, either way, go ahead and click on the link below and you can download our free guide called How to Build a Manufacturing Safety Program from Scratch. Literally, this thing has been downloaded thousands of times over the years. It's based on our #1 Google rated blog post called How to Build a Safety Program from Scratch. Grab that guide, take a look at it. It's going to walk you again step by step through the process of how to determine which OSHA regulations apply to your company, and then what you need to do to build a safety program to not only protect your employees and your companies from harm, but also from this new citation policy. Okay, so with that said, let me go ahead and wrap up here by saying, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and that notifications bell. So again, you're notified every time that I upload new content, which will be 1 to 2 times per month, talking about all the most common environmental health and safety regulations that impact manufacturing and industrial facilities. All right, thanks again for watching. Have a good day.